All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about the future of your job right here in Nigeria. Things are changing so fast, and honestly, knowing what's coming is your biggest advantage. If you want to come out on top in the next decade, you've got to understand the new rules of the game. So let's break it all down. No, really. Just stop for a second and think about that. Picture it. What does your career actually look like just over 10 years from now? Because I can promise you the world you'll be working in is going to be completely different from the one we're in today. Okay, I know that might sound a little intimidating, but it's also pretty exciting, right? Your competition isn't just the person in the next town over anymore. It's someone on the other side of the planet. And hey, your most valuable team member, it might not even be human. This isn't some movie plot, it's the new reality. And just getting your head around that is the first big step to crushing it. So, what's really behind this huge shift? Well, it all comes down to tech's big shakeup. AI isn't just some niche industry anymore. It's like a powerful current that's reshaping absolutely everything, from how we bank to how we farm. And this right here, this tells the whole story. While some of the more repetitive jobs like data entry are fading out, just look at what's growing. We're talking about whole new fields that are just exploding. Tech, green energy, digital marketing. It's not that jobs are just disappearing. Nope, they're transforming. And don't for a second think this is some trend happening way out in Silicon Valley. It's happening right here, right now. I mean, just look at the fintech revolution in Nigeria. Companies like Flutterwave and Paystack, they were just small startups a few years ago. Now, they're huge employers, and they've totally changed how we think about money and careers. And they're not just hiring coders. They need people in operations, customer service, marketing, the whole shebang. They're using AI to work smarter, which lets them grow way faster and, you guessed it, hire even more people. They are literally inventing jobs that just didn't exist a decade ago. How cool is that? This, right here, just puts it perfectly. It's really that simple. You've got a choice. You can either stand still and get knocked over by this wave of change, or you can learn how technology works and use that massive wave to surf your way to an incredible career. Okay, so we get it. Things are changing. Now for the really good part. Where are the opportunities? Let's pull up a map of Nigeria's new economic landscape. Here it is. 4 key areas that are absolutely buzzing with potential. You've got renewable energy, which is booming. We've already talked about fintech. Then there's the digital economy. That's everything from e-commerce to creating content online. And of course, entrepreneurship. That's the engine that powers everything, letting you build your own future. Now, I know what you might be thinking. All this cool stuff is only happening in Lagos. But that's a huge mistake. The real game-changing ideas are the ones that solve local problems. And those problems, they're in every single community across the country. Let me make this real for you. Let's talk about a guy named Chinedu from Enugu. He's not some big-shot tech billionaire. He's just a perfect example of how a local problem solver can turn an idea into a massive opportunity. Just think about how brilliant that is. He saw a real problem right there in his own community. Farmers needed a steady supply of water. So he took that need and combined it with technology that's already out there, solar power. And boom, he created a solution. He didn't go out looking for a job. He literally created his own company. And that is the real lesson from Chinedu's story. The future isn't some locked door you have to find a key for. It's more like a wide-open field, just waiting for people who are curious, who are willing to learn, and who can adapt and use what they know in new, creative ways. All right, so we know where to look for opportunities, but the big question is, how do you actually grab them? Well, it turns out it's less about the specific degree you have on your wall and way more about a set of skills that will make you valuable no matter what you do. So let's get on the same page about what employability skills even means. Think of these as your professional superpowers. Yeah, your technical knowledge will get your foot in the door, but these skills, these are what let you build a career that lasts. They're the foundation for everything else. And you know what? It really just boils down to these 3 things. 1, can you get your ideas across clearly? 2, when you hit a roadblock, can you figure out a creative way around it? And 3, can you look at a tricky situation, really analyze it, and make a smart decision? That's it. That's what separates the good from the truly great. And listen, this isn't just some nice theory. This comes straight from the people doing the hiring in Nigeria. Recruiters at the best companies will tell you they see tons of people with the right degrees. The ones who get turned away, they're the ones who can't explain their ideas well or who freeze up when asked to solve a simple problem. So the bottom line is this: these soft skills have become hard requirements, period. So we've talked about the big changes, the amazing opportunities, and the skills you need. But now, this is where it gets personal. This is about you. Because the future isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we get to build. I want you to really let that idea sink in. This whole thing isn't some scary test you have to pass or a threat you have to survive. It's a playground. It's an open space for people who are willing to be curious, to try new things, to mess up, learn from it, and build something incredible. So, that's the question I want to leave you with. This new world of work is already here, and it is packed with potential. The tools are there for the taking, the opportunities are popping up everywhere, and the path is wide open. So, are you ready to get on the field and play?